Alright, hello everybody. Back to Honkai Star Rail. It's been a minute. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother doing all the extra stuff. That looks like a trap. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. What do we got here? Characters I have no interest in. I'm gonna be honest. I have no interest in these two characters. I got Acheron. Let's see here. What's the male got in it? 3.3. We'll do the claim all. I'm not reading this shit. We got here. Astral Guide. Menus and menus and menus. Alright. Missions. Yeah, there we go. No, we're skipping. We're going straight to whatever the start is. Yep. I'm not doing all the extra shit.
Haven of memories. Every touch, every moment is like a thorned rose.
Okay. Yeah, where?
Oh, and the River of Souls is so quiet. It's like everything that happened was just a dream. I wonder if Cass is doing okay on the other... No, this shouldn't be so depressing. Now's not the time to feel down. By the way, it was Miss Cipher who asked us to come here. Huh? I don't know. This... Let's go check it out together. I have a bad feeling about this.
At least Mim is voiced by a character and not doing the Mim talk again.
Hey, what's that on the ground? Should we pick it up? Careful, careful. It's a piece. Now, where have I seen this? What? How could they be? Mummy! Look out! Wait! We both know what this thing can do. Let's try our best to deal with them for now, and we'll slip into the past with time's power as soon as we can.
The River of Souls is full of fish, big and delicious.
What?
The flame chase journey stops. Meow, meow.
Meow? I don't understand this language at all. Am I hallucinating?
It's pretty good.
Sorry, I couldn't pass on the chance to give you two a good scare. Ah! Don't run! I'm the real Cypher. The real one. Come on, don't be upset. I'm just giving you a kind reminder that Emphorius isn't safe at all. The whole place is full of dangers. Hey, I'm just making it up to you.
So, was that a Flame Reaver disguise? Or a magic trick? It looked so real. Is that the power of the trickery demigod?
Disguise? No. It's not as simple as that. Let me think about how to explain this. For example, what did you think when you realized that piece of cloth came from the Flame Reaver's cloak?
We thought that maybe the Flame Reaver was around here somewhere?
That's right. And then you heard some footsteps.
Well, we thought it...
Yep, exactly. I just used some hints and, mental suggestion. Lies are what Zagreus is best at. If everyone believes in a lie, then it becomes reality.
Power to make lies into reality?
I sure love your arrogance. The seamstress trusts you for a reason. Someone as honest as you couldn't trick me even if you wanted to. So, there's no harm in telling you. Besides, we still need to team up to go treasure hunting, right? Let's wrap up here. It's time to get... Oh, was that your telesleep?
I'm getting messages left and right today. What do you want? I don't want to go to no damn training.
Aren't you a popular one? But I got to you first, so help me with the treasures, and then I'll send you two to the grove. Curiosity killed the cat, you know. Do you think I'll spend it all? That's so not why I hunt for treasure. Don't forget, I'm a demigod too. And there's a line reserved for me in that stupid prophecy as well. You shall walk with greed and die over petty change. But I don't believe in that. As long as I keep That was a long speech. I'm getting thirsty at this rate. The treasures of Styxia aren't gonna float up on their own.
So, this is the car of the Astral Express you've spoken of. My repository of memories has been enriched with another fascinating piece of information. Thank you for leading me here, Lord Donham. Archimans hold wisdom and knowledge in high esteem. If the citizens knew of your origins, I'm sure more would be intrigued by the Trailblaze. Sadly, it's been quite some time since you first arrived in Arkham. Presumably, you've been looking for a way to leave ever since. Don't be too hard on yourself, my lord. This puzzle has stumped Emphorius' scholars for centuries. Exactly. Of the 12 titans of Emphorius, Aquila, the weather itself the sky above affects Antikytherians have no... I used Antikyth... Of course. You honor me with your trust. Not exactly. But we Antikytherians are inherently sensitive to machinery. Carefully endowed our kind with a unique advantage. If you give me some time, I might be able to fully restore this damaged car to its former glory. Then you and your esteemed companion. Hypothetically, Lord Donholm, if I could open up a path out of Amphorius that circumvents Aquila's divine punishment, would you consider ceasing your support for the Flame Chase journey? It's best if you don't delve too deeply into that question, my lord. All you need to know is, I can make it happen.
Sounds suspicious.
The crucial point is, if you and your companion are unwilling to halt your support for the Chrysos heirs, it could offend certain interests. Your prudence impresses me, just as expected. Please don't misunderstand, Lord Donholm. As the Theoros, I have no allegiance to their plans, nor am I obliged to obstruct them. I am neutral. Out of respect for you, I hope to offer a peaceful solution to ensure the safety of you and your companion. I will not. As I said, I remain neutral. Are you asking this because you plan to refuse my offer and continue supporting the Chrysos heirs? So I see. This is...
You have such overwhelming... Answer me! Why do you stand in her way?
Oh no! He can't hold. Drag him back here, friend! Are you okay?
I'm okay. Thanks for worrying, buddy. Thanks for the help.
Even so, it's impressive you thought of this training method. Battling the phantoms of the past in the River of Time? It's just like the hyperbolic time sanctum that the bards describe.
But combat is...
You mean the
Don't
hyperbolic
worry.
time chamber?
I asked him to make us...
Oh, Cartonis is part... But... Phainon... Lately...
That's quite the sudden shift in topic.
I've been holding this question in for a long time.
Don't worry. Times have changed. I'm far. I'm out of energy.
Sure, that's what today. I'm definitely a girl's little secret.
That's the charm of the three of us might not be into.
Okay.
Here we are. Where was that slate last time? Was it here? Or maybe over here?
Let's take a closer look.
Month of cultivation, curtain fall hour, a time to feast on grains, but poor time for fishing. Oh, but then again, are there even any spots left to fish in Emporius these days? Ah, you scared me! Bursting into someone's world like that can really catch them off. Well, no more jokes. There's
Something's odd about Mem. What are they flipping through?
these cards are ruler, weaver, traveler, healer. But the interpretation for each card is so long. Do I have to Ah! What a coincidence! We meet again. But you must be busy, so I won't bother you for now. Hope your day, every day, is joyful.
So suspicious. Not like their usual self.
You sure are persistent. All right. I'm totally helpless against your charm.
What are you guys chatting about? Is this?
Why are you here to...
Sorry, seeing you two chasing each other around. I suddenly found my book not that appealing anymore. Never thought Mem would be into divination. But it's not exactly a niche hobby. So why all the secrecy?
I wanted to set up a surprise! Master it in secret and give you all a shock. But getting caught halfway through, it's only natural I'd feel shy. A girl's heart is more delicate than Aquila's ever-changing moods.
A surprise, huh?
And you must be pretty familiar.
No, I know nothing about it. If the good omens foretold by divination were true, my hometown, don't forget, we've got Lady Trina.
To me, divination could be a path fate always casts a shadow. That's why people turn to divination. It's just to find a small reason to give them courage to face. After all, the first chapter of the Divination Compendium discusses the significance of divination. I'm just expanding on that a bit.
Strange. That person I knew used to say similar things. Looking back, whenever she interpreted a card for me, I couldn't help but feel uneasy. Even though I never believed in the outcomes. Maybe it was her tone. Irene. She could paint a complete fantasy so vividly, it utterly captivated me as a child. Right, I still carry a card she once used. Do you want to see it?
Oh, wow! It's so exquisite! I'd love to have a card like that. Oh, now that you mention it, yes. It would be even even better if it were made of, say, crystal.
Speaking of which, partner, there's something I haven't shared with you all. Who's there? You are...
These folks are up to no good.
Black clothing. Masks decorated with golden blood. Are they cleaners?
To directly call us by our name, it seems you, Lord Finan, have studied the forgotten history of Amphorius quite thoroughly. Your friend seems quite interested in us. Perhaps you could explain, Lord Finan. It would be the polite thing. We can't let our esteemed guests pass away without understanding.
During the Chrysos War, to combat the Chrysos heirs, several cities formed an underground assassin squad called the Cleaners. Their task was to erase anyone with golden blood from existence. Assassination, poisoning, political persecution. They would do anything to achieve their objective.
Now, this historical perspective seems biased, glossing over the Chrysos heirs' abuse of divine powers and their blatant initiation of war in order to defame our predecessors. Could you disclose the name of the author behind this popular legend, Lord Finan? I'd hate for the innocent children of Akama to be tainted by such slanted narratives.
You should have stayed buried in the dust of history. The Citizens' Assembly has once again legitimized the mission of the Chrysos heirs. But as for you, not one citizen would cast their vote for you. Executioners lurking in the shadows.
What does it matter? We've long since stopped expecting to be understood. People have become too accustomed to peace, and they've forgotten the disasters that arose from allowing generations of the Chrysos heirs to rule.
Complete nonsense. Did you really travel all the way to the Grove just to have an argument?
I enjoy dealing with people as straightforward as you, Lord Finan. You've probably figured out why we've come before you.
Keep your cool, partner. They've come out of the shadows, which suggests they have something up their sleeves. All right, let's hear it. What are you hiding? But watch your language and don't say anything you might regret. My shoulders might be sore and my sword a tad dull, but it's still enough to slice off your tongues.
How's it going, Cinny? This place fits, doesn't it? It's a bit small, but the lighting is perfect.
Thank you, Lady Treeby. With this, the Twilight Courtyard can be reborn in Akama. Do you like it here too, little Ika?
It's so bright here. Maybe you should rename it? How about Luminous Courtyard?
Lady Treeby makes a good point. But Twilight Courtyard carries the long history of the descendants of the sky, and I'd like it to continue.
Right. How does the legend go again?
Even Lady Treeby forgets things.
We just haven't prepared lessons in a while now, so we're a bit rusty. Just give us some time remember. Ah! Now we remember! Kremnos and the Firmament, Volume 3, Section 5, with Celiosi thereafter. Finally,
Okay.
I forgot. That day will come. Lord Crediros?
Miss Hyacinth and Lady Treby.
doing...
There's been another violent...
How can this be?
That was true in the past. But these days, forgive my bluntness, her senses may not be as sharp as they once...
Aggie...
In my opinion, malevolent forces have noticed the
Citizens' Assembly just wrapped up.
The Chrysos heirs...
Trouble. Miss Hyacinth. Trouble. Clementine. Please, something...
What is it, Doctor?
Lady Aglaya. It's Lady Aglaya who's in trouble.
I still remember. This bath that overlooks the entire palace was built by the Council of Elders 900 years ago. Its purpose was to commemorate the first flame chase journey, and to remember the heroes who made great sacrifices for Amphorius a millennium ago. Rules were set then. No one was allowed to enter, apart from guests invited by the Goldweaver. But, I guess, you're no longer pretending to follow the rules, are you, Lady Kindness?
Aglaya, Aglaya. You ageless witch, hiding behind a divine facade to deceive mortals. We've been far too kind with you.
Kind? There's no need to use such a word to cover up your incompetence. Anaxagoras humiliated all of you before the citizens. If you still had any shred of shame, you'd throw yourselves from Dawn Cloud at the curtainfall hour to salvage the last fragments of your dignity.
Demigod, why not gaze into the water's reflection and see the wretched face you wear now? These days you're not only blind, but also deaf. The cleaners were born for this moment. When all orders, rules, and laws fail to restrain you, it's time for the dagger to pass judgment.
If you're in such a hurry, give it a try.
Going toe-to-toe with a demigod? We're not that foolish. The dagger isn't at your throat, but...
Your gravest accusation is that my humanity is fading. And you claim my concern for mortal joys and sorrows is nothing but a facade. If that accusation holds, what makes you think the lives of these civilians will sway me in the slightest?
Fine. I'll gladly use a few more words to shatter that demigod facade of yours. Like I said, you're not only blind, but deaf too. Lately, your control over Akuma has weakened. You failed to notice the thefts we arranged in the market, nor did you catch wind of the meetings happening in the Tromas workshop. Plots are unfolding right under your nose, yet you remain indifferent. Humanity? Fading? Aglaya, why not use your precious golden thread to peer into my thoughts? See if the gift we've so meticulously prepared for you can move that cold demigod heart of yours.
In this moment, I only regret not being more ruthless. Because your evil is beyond cure.
You finally figured it out. You have grown dull. I've been holding that image in my mind this whole time to make sure you could see it clearly.
I want you to have this knucklebone talisman, Big Sis. I hope it brings you luck.
That girl who can't speak or hear. What if she accidentally lost her eyes, too? You know better than anyone what it feels like to lose your sight. Imagine if 1,000 years ago you, already blind, had also lost your voice and hearing in your youth. Would you still have become the Aglaya you are today? Look at those broken, pleading eyes. How disappointing. We overestimated your cunning. If this plan fails, we still have dozens of splendid parting gifts.
I'm gonna be honest. If I was her, her head would already be rolling on the floor. I'm not gonna lie. When you have people who are actively working against you to save the world, it's pretty much time to get rid of them.
In these 1,000 years, I've witnessed the fall of 10 titans. From my naive arrogance at the beginning to slowly learning how to guide others. Now, it's time to let go. I should be grateful. Grateful that I've reached this moment. To let my departure become a path for others to follow. Have I done enough? If I embrace that prophecy now, and sink into the warmth of these waters, will the wandering wind stop to mourn me, Cyphra?
I don't need the backstory shit. Alright, come on.
Come on.
Little thief, what have you brought?
Here, take a look.
Such exquisite.
Wait,
It's just an.
wow.
Tell me, Cyphra.
Speak up.
Strange. My
I know you
golden-
can't see it, but I'm smashing the hell out of the skip button right now.
Come on. Can we?
How can I? Hold on. Your treasure? That said.
Oh.
Look. Oh, these golden boots. Legend has it. Put them on, Cyphra. What's wrong? Well, I suppose.
Do you have to interrupt me in the middle of my story? Fake.
Those boots definitely don't hold Zagreus' divine path. You're Amphorius' most cunning liar. And even you were fooled by a
Watch your mouth, or else. Weren't you curious how I got tanked?
But, boss...
You're defending her.
No. I just think the story's so moving, it'd be a shame to ruin it with a lie. If I could cry, I'd be in tears.
Good. Let me take a good sniff. This air. Thanks. Time for
Well, I haven't...
Listen closely.
80-28.
Anyway.
Ooh.
You wouldn't understand. Why don't we...
What's going
Can't take getting wet. What's so hard to understand about that? Now, hurry up and figure out a way across. Or I might have to reconsider our split.
Don't rush me. Let me take a look around. Got it. Let's use that thing.
Not a good imitation. I'll play along. Let's see where this goes, Bart.
Tell me, how did you hunt for treasure when I wasn't around, boss lady?
trying to trick me into saying something.
Ooh, interesting.
Was this device designed by priests of Ornyx?
Don't underestimate. Mission accomplished. Now you don't have to worry about your tail.
Not bad, but just a warning. If this thing fails while we're halfway through the water...
Don't worry, trust me. For that sweet 20% cut of the loot, I'll make sure you're taken care of.
Huh. This feels truly magical. When did you pick up this trick? We're here. Can we turn off this spotlight now? It's really blinding.
No problem. Just use the device over there.
The scent of gold coins, gems, and fine leather. It's so refreshing. Yes, right here. What are you waiting for? Start digging.
Roger that.
Wow! That's a huge chest. Move over. I want to open it myself. Wow. A massive haul. Unbelievable. It's hard to imagine the kind of luxurious life the people of Styxia once led. As expected for a realm of Fagusa's disciples. This entire chest is filled with ornaments made from ocean's tears. Here, take this. See if it suits you.
Thanks for the gift, boss. Much appreciate. Look at the clarity of this purple crystal. It matches my skin tone perfectly. Oh, safer. You truly have the most refined. Let me try this on. Where is my treasure?
How long have we known each other? I can't believe you still fall for this.
How could I have forgotten about? I'll believe it as true, and a lie becomes reality. What a convenient ability.
The demigod of trickery's divine gift. Far more practical than any golden thread or teleporter. All right, enough fooling around. Here's the real thing. Lead the way.
Cipher rules! I've already pinpointed the next trove of treasure! Starting navigation. Boss lady, we're set to make a fortune this time! Got any plans on how to spend it?
Of course. Spend nothing. Have you forgotten?
Isn't that like... Here we go round the river of souls.
There's a... Look at its face. Oh my, how could something be so ugly?
Yeah, so ugly. Ugly enough to make even me, a little imp without a digestive system, feel nauseous.
If that ugly brute messes up my face, even the stoic Talantin might end up shedding a tear.
Indeed, that would be heartbreaking. Clearly running away is the sensible choice.
So, how about you take the front? I'll attack from the side.
Right. Fleeing fits a rogue nature. Huh?
To guard and defend. Crush them.
My friends? Indulge yourselves!
On the still waters of oblivion.
Lend me your strength.
Destined for oblivion.
Time to mix things up.
Ready for another? Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
How's this taste? My friends? Indulge yourselves!
Well,
Ready for
Otto's
another?
doing pretty good.
Lend me your strength.
Destined for oblivion.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
It ain't over.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. On the still waters of oblivion.
Time to mix things up.
Ready for another? Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Such an
Hooray.
ugly, useless creature, taken down with just a couple of hits. Oh, hey, Bartolos. Are you... Look at you, all shaken up. Can't handle even this bit of action. Should be safe here now.
Aye, boss lady Cypher.
It doesn't smell like anything valuable this time. Since we've already... Huh.
Ooh, this looks tragic. Do you think they made it to Akuma?
Probably not. I've never seen or heard of anyone from Styxia and Akuma. At least, I'm still left for Dolos. Guess this city wasn't so lucky. Huh. It does seem unfair, doesn't it? Just because they were born in the wrong place, they had to...
Yeah, the world. Speaking of the world-bearing titan, Cypher, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kefali's priestly court?
Huh. Did I?
Yeah, you definitely told me, and I remember it clearly. Maybe it's been so long your memory's gotten a little...
Ah, right. I did tell you. It wasn't a big deal. I just snuck in with a bunch of mumbling priests and watched them do their spooky rituals around some glowing rock. Honestly, I was only interested in the wallets of the old grandpas on the council back then. Don't remember much else. It's been what? Nearly 1,000 years?
Oh, I see. But you in a priest's robe? No, that's hard to picture.
Who asked you to picture that? Besides, priest robes from 1,000 years ago were nothing like the ones today.
Right. I didn't think about that. I was just curious if you ever overheard anything interesting from those priests.
How ridiculous. Come on, let's head to the next... Where did this roadblock come from? Ugh, this is so annoying.
Oh dear, we're stuck here. But I have a plan. Should we call on that big, noisy, cumbersome hand of Zek?
Never thought that thing would actually come in handy.
I don't need a controller. After all, hand of Zagreus. Looks like a charm.
Not bad. However, I still don't see how this ties into trickery.
Let's go.
Hey, slow down. that question you asked me earlier. I think... You know, that question. The one you specifically asked me. Right after we dug up the
Forgive me, boss lady, but have you been under a lot of stress lately? I didn't ask anything. You must have imagined it.
Oh. Maybe you're right. I have been a little on edge lately. I need to relax. Alright, let's move on to the next treasure trove. Twinkle, twinkle in my chest, how this core flame is the best. This scent.
Incredible.
Do I need to give instructions? Oh. Isn't this a golden scapegoat? Interesting. Looks like whoever buried this treasure wanted to play a little...
Oh, isn't there a myth about this thing? Those who feared fire became sheep. Those who did not became
Sheep, humans, whatever. All I know is unlocking this gets us treasure. Here!
puzzles and tricks are right up my alley. Just leave it out. Told you, nothing can stop me. Cyber, it's your turn now.
Stop! Stay there, and don't turn around.
Huh?
I told you, don't move.
My poor old back. What are you doing?
Shh, quiet. Don't say anything unnecessary. That seamstress. She's...
What? Boss, do you mean...
Stay put and keep quiet. I'll handle her. Whoa, whoa. Seamstress. Getting sneaky, aren't we? Did you think I wouldn't notice your little spies lurking around me?
As time passes, I find myself leaning more and more on blind luck. With only the power of this little nymph, naturally I couldn't slip past your sharp eyes, Cyphera.
Even if you could fully control Bartolos's mind, I would still be able to see through your disguise. Aglaya. You've gone to such lengths to spy on my every move. What exactly are you after? I've told you before, you don't need me to succeed. Why don't you just let this go? I already made an exception and got involved with Castorus and Grey Mystery. Asking for more now. Isn't that pushing your luck a bit too far?
I'm sorry, Cyphera. I've plotted and schemed my whole life. But I never could have predicted our relationship would end up like this. I've spent centuries trying to figure out where I went wrong, replaying every moment over and over. But you've never given me a chance to explain myself.
Don't talk to me like that.
1,000 years ago, out of foolishness, I let my silence steal away the most beautiful sound.
My silence.
So So this time, I must say this to you, even if it's all in vain. I need you, Cyphera. The Chrysos Heir's mission needs you. The finale I've delayed for far too long. It's finally here. Whatever resentment you still hold against me will fade once I'm gone. Please, come back to Akama. I'm begging you. Without you, they don't stand a chance.
I'll think about it, seamstress. But stop watching me. Unless you want to lose me for good.
Don't worry. As much as I'd love to hear your voice again, to see your face, it seems that chance will never come. Goodbye, Cyphera.
Goodbye, Aglaya.
What a shame. I thought there'd be some real treasure under that goat's head.
Turns out, everything in that chest was soaked in water from the River of Souls. Nothing. Those relics were once priceless. But time has eroded.
Aww, hearing that from you makes it sound so sad. Wait, why am I getting all sentimental? I haven't even processed what just happened. That horrible... Oh!
If you see her, let her know this. As demigods, we can't avoid our duties forever.
Could it have been back then when...
Do you remember now? Looks like you don't need me to jog your memory. She must have slipped that nymph into your pocket while you were distracted. Don't underestimate that bug. It's every bit as dangerous as the seamstress's golden thread. Let your guard down for even a second, and it might take over. Make you spill secrets you'd never share otherwise.
Whoa, that's like some brainwashing monster straight out of the Black Tide! Creepy. Boss, how did you realize something was wrong? I'm curious. What exactly did that nymph make me say?
Actually, it gave itself away very early.
Speaking of the world-bearing titan, Cypher, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kefali's priestly court?
We've been partners in crime for 1,000 years. We've talked about everything there is to talk about. Except for that one experience at Dawncloud. I never told you about that. I absolutely wouldn't have shared that with anyone.
But, boss lady, there's a chance Aglaya wasn't trying to trick you?
And as far as I know, the embodiment of trickery despises that golden thread which forces people to speak the truth. You'd never defend Aglaya, isn't that right, Zagreus?
You have a terrifyingly sharp mind.
After all, I'm the only one in the world who knows you're still alive. To make sure you survive the Titan trial, I had to fool the entire world. If you want to keep that lie from falling apart, you'd better keep playing your part in the days ahead.
Even if it weren't for saving my worthless little life, I'd still walk through fire for Cypher with...
You may have been reduced to this form, but you still haven't lost your way with words.
Speaking of which, Cypher, you're not taking that wicked woman's words to heart, are you? Life's been pretty great lately. Why get into trouble now? Don't you think?
Honestly, I've been thinking. Maybe a trip back now wouldn't be too bad.
You're back again, Cyphera, your face.
I need clothes. anything. Just throw me something. A piece of cloth will do. Just enough to cover the wounds. I will pay back the amount I owe. I promise.
You're bleeding golden blood.
Yes, what about it? So what if I'm one of those Chrysosairs they talk about? Those infinitely strong heroes, world-renowned swordsmen, exceptionally intelligent scholars.
Cyphera.
Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint. Who knew that group of amazing people would include me? A pauper. Thief.
Stop it, Cyphera. I'll give you clothes. Stay here.
Aren't you going to ask me?
I don't need to ask. Stay here.
Aren't you?
I wouldn't have invited you if I were worried about...
You're weird. I've tried. Not. What makes you think I won't?
Because that's why you keep coming back. After taking over Net, Cyphera.
You've got a way of talking. All right. Let's make it a...
Pressure, fear, planting seeds of anxiety. It seems this is the strategy they've chosen. From what I know, these stories are true. The kindness we know today, strictly speaking, is the 27th kindness. Objectively, the rise of the cleaners was both inevitable and necessary. Yet, their ruthless and twisted methods earned them nothing but disdain and condemnation from history. Even in these crumbling end times, there are always those who find ways to profit from the chaos. To ask the vested interests to abandon their status, wealth, and ambitions in this world for a distant ideal may be no easier than creating a miracle.
There you are, Lord Donghung. We couldn't reach you on the teleslate, so the Holy City Guard almost assumed you two had met some terrible fate. You pests crawling in the shadows, back off. Your plot, you played your hand. Run while you still can. Stay away from Akama forever. If you set foot there again, the fury of its people will tear you apart. Because Aglaya is dead. And in the eyes of the Holy City citizens, her blood is on your hands.
Looks like she was wrong about you.
She? Are you talking about the mastermind?
Well, she thought you were weak. She believed that even when you were facing the evil that you claim to oppose, you'd hesitate to strike.
Misinterpreting mercy for weakness shows how arrogant and foolish your master is. They're still alive. With proper care, they'll pull through in a few days. But I must warn you, I haven't fought a human in ages. I can't guarantee I'll always be able to hold back. They're lucky they're still alive. If you feel as lucky as they are, try me.
Finon is seriously...
Get out of here. Don't show your face around us again. If your master wants to stop the flame chase journey, she'd better bring an army that makes Kremnos at its peak look like child.
I've said it more than once, Lord Finan. We're not here to start a fight. We came only to ensure you weren't anywhere else. While you were unaware, we already accomplished our mission. So, Lord Finan, until next time.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Anyone who uses innocent lives as bargaining chips has gone too far. If the conspiracy is why, tell us, Lady. Blasted. I've heard from more than one person. It doesn't seem... Stay calm.
Finon, what should we do now?
Stay on course. I won't be merciful this time.
Cartonis? Oh, you're forging a sword for fight. I haven't seen you wield the hammer in so long. I couldn't help but be interested.
You, in this form, you come to me.
That's right. At this moment, my physical form is already shattered. My journey as a human in this world has come to an end. It's time to fulfill our pact.
Of course. The pact.
The thing I entrusted to you.
Far too plain this vessel is. Not...
I insist. Over the past 1,000 years, every piece of fabric I've worked with has been tainted by my cold divinity. It's made me hate their colors. This ornament stands apart. It was a gift from a child. She was pure and kind. I often wished my childhood.
How to say goodbye to everyone.
I'm afraid there's no such detailed plan this time. I deeply regret not being able to say farewell to them. The moment has come. My departure will give them one less thing to worry about. This parting gift should help ease the regret of such a sudden...
Invented for the Titans, Kremnos' soul-forging technology was. Though divinity it retains, filtered out, the remnants of humanity will be. Is that what you want, Aglaya?
You've confirmed this with me repeatedly. Yes, Cartonis. I need you to do this for me. Condense my divinity into this ornament. It might still be useful in the future to help them complete their mission.
Selfless until the end. Envy that child, there's no need to. Already lived a grand life your humanity has.
Please, take...
The city is silent. And tension is built. The news is probably spread by now. Every household. I can't imagine how she could have been taken down unless it's all a part of her plan. If this is all part of a larger plan, Treby must know something. Let's...
Okay, I was gonna teleport over, but fuck that, I guess. I gotta walk all the way over there.
Dunham came back before us. Don't worry. The cleaners didn't lay a hand on us. Lord Krateros, were you in the city when it happened? What exactly went down?
Regrettably, no one knows the details of that moment. Eyewitnesses only saw...
It's fine. Just tell me.
Eyewitnesses at the Memorial Palace saw Aglaia fall from the Chrysos airbath.
Oh, gods.
She showed no signs of life by the time the Holy City guards approached to check. They were too afraid to jump to conclusions. After all, she was a demigod who lived for over 1,000 years, the leader of the Chrysos heirs. Most citizens of the city believed that death couldn't touch her. She was pierced through the heart by a uniquely crafted dagger. I saw it for myself. It's one of the weapons carried by the cleaners.
I also don't understand. The ones who appeared in the Grove and those who confronted Dunhung in the Abyss didn't immediately resort to violence. They were just watching. They didn't have any reason nor the courage to attack her.
I'll stay here to lead the guards and maintain order. Find out what... Also, Miss Hyacinth was the one who declared Aglaia dead. You might want to...
Thank you, Lord Krater. The baths are empty. Hyacinth.
You're back. I'm fine. I've been staying close to Lady Treby and Lady Trinan. It's great that you could come back so quickly. They need someone with them now. Not well. I tried to treat her immediately, but even the sky declaring her death was the hardest thing I've ever had to do as a doctor. Lord Finan.
What I've lost is a mentor. You should rest, Hyacinth.
Okay.
Next, we should visit Lady Treby.
Snowy. Little Gray. You're back.
Lady Treby,
Snowy, don't. Please don't apologize to us. You went to the Grove to prepare yourself for the threats to Akama.
You didn't do anything wrong, so don't be hard on yourself. We were always by Aggie's side throughout this long journey, so we understood her thoughts better than anyone. She knew she wouldn't see the end of the Flame Chase journey, yet she gave everything without hesitation. For the future of everyone.
I know what Aglaya expected of me. Right now, the last thing Akuma needs is a leader wallowing in self-pity.
The scroll over there was entrusted to us by Aggie. She instructed us to hand it over to you when the time was right. I think now's the right time.
Finan, my humble as I write this, you are locked in a battle of words with the Council of Elders, fighting for the survival of the Flame Chase journey on a battlefield where the smoke of war is invisible. I deeply regret and feel guilty for hastily pushing you and the Trailblazer into the debate. But please forgive me. At that moment, I could not afford to show any sign of weakness before you, as it would have crushed your morale. I considered the debate a routine affair, assuming I could win merely with the support and experience we'd accumulated over centuries. But I underestimated Kindness and her party's cunning, and also the deterioration of my own senses. The trap was likely set by the debater Calictus. He had prepared a severed golden thread in advance, revealing it to the public when Kindness was faltering in the debate. He claimed I was reading everyone's thoughts with the golden thread to cheat in the debate. I could have countered that low tactic in 100 ways, but my words slipped out before I could even think about them. With deceitful scoundrels like you in the crowd, I have no choice but to rely on the golden thread to keep watch over everything in this holy city. You can imagine the reaction that comment provoked. At that moment, I felt my time was running short. The divinity in this body might be eternal, but that is not the essence of me. I am a daughter of humanity, born of my mother, and I will die as a human. Realizing that my humanity was fading, I began to plan my exit. What kind of departure would not waste such a belated death? I have yet to find the ideal answer. But I knew I couldn't simply fade away in my sleep like anyone else. The serpents have always lurked in the darkness, terrified of their heads being cut off by the golden thread. If my departure were to be calm and uneventful, it would only lead to a swarm of those serpents emerging from their nests. Regrettably, a peaceful death is a luxury I cannot afford. I must feign weakness, deliberately, to make those serpents lose patience and act rashly. Just as they think they've struck and sunk their fangs into my heels, that's when I'll strike back, igniting the final blaze to burn away the threats hidden in the shadows. The blaze soaring into the sky might sow fear and confusion, but I have no worries about people losing their way. After all, Akuma still has you to guide them, Finan. You're not perfect, Finan. I've witnessed your confusion, recklessness, and Deep sensitivity, dawn after dawn. The heavy burdens of your past have always weighed you down, inflicting deep pain. Yet, in your way, you are perfect. You embrace everyone's imperfections, always ready to find the precious qualities hidden beneath their rough exteriors. Unconditionally. That might be what sets our Sky Father Kefili apart from other deities. They recognize the imperfections in their creations, yet still choose to shine their light on them, offering protection with unconditional love. Finan, while you zealously pursued strife, believing it to be your destined path, from the very beginning, my thoughts have never changed. You are the destined world-bearer of Emphorius, the gate to Emphorius's future. Go, complete the flame-chase journey of the prophecy, ignite the stars, and inspire hope in the hearts of humanity. I will be waiting at the end of the West Wind, looking forward to the miracle you will create.
All right, you crybaby. Let's get this shit on the road.
Along. Please urge everyone who has concerns about the Holy City's future and the Flame Chase journey to attend this gathering. Tell them Aglaya has left Amphorius, the seeds. Thank you. It's been a harrowing
Cryptic
day
as
for
shit, but
everyone.
alright.
Please make sure. Cortonas, what brings you to Marmoreal Palace? I plan to get everything settled before coming to see you.
How are you holding up? Better than I expect.
There's no room for doubt anymore. It's time to take action and show everyone that the leadership of the...
Right. Your assessment is now here.
Is this it?
Dawnmaker. The night before dawn. Prepare for battle. For tomorrow, wield your sword.
Unbelievable. You've never seen that black-clad sword master. Yet you've recreated this so precisely, just from what I described.
Precise, your description. Imbued it with the power of dawn I already have. Guided by your will, gleam with golden flames. Its blade will wield it. May triumph always be yours.
Thank you, Cortonas. I will...
Another thing there is.
What's this?
Stored here. The remnants of Aglaya's divinity are. This was her commission. Her death she had long foreseen.
Can she still hear us?
It's difficult to confirm. About divinity, we know very little in this way. She wanted to be with you.
I understand. May this world never have an... But when the world dashed...
How will the Holy City continue without Lady Goldweaver? Look! Lord Finan is here.
Will he step up to lead Akama?
Not long ago, I spoke at the Citizens' Assembly at dawn. I wrestled with every word, searching for the right ones to rally support and keep the Chrysos heir's flame chase alive. In the end, I remembered a lesson from one of my teachers. In battles where words are weapons, outrage and blind passion often overpower reason. I followed his strategy. I painted my opponents as nothing more than pests, tore apart their character, and laid out their crimes. The strategy worked. I secured enough votes to achieve my goal, but afterward, there wasn't even a flicker of joy. I realized that apparent victory masked a deeper failure. In my pursuit of success, I fueled division and strayed far from my very purpose that led me to the Flame Chase journey. This journey was supposed to unify, not divide, to strengthen us, not weaken us. It was the gold thread that mended our rifts in the past. Some saw it as a means of surveillance, a tool of control. But no one can deny that it was Aglaya who held this city and even this shattered world together. Now she is gone. Yes, as you have heard, the demigod Aglaya, who guarded the holy city for a millennium, has indeed fallen.
Who murdered Lady Goldweaver? Find the murderer! Make them pay! I felt the same as all of you initially. I wanted to stand here beside you, to condemn the sinners, to discuss retribution, and to see justice brought down upon them. But my perspective has changed. The golden threads that once bound this city have unraveled. Yet no one is celebrating their freedom from control. In the empty markets and bath chambers, one feeling lingers. Unease. Deep down, we all know the last safeguard against the harm we may do to each other is gone. No divine power will protect us from the malice in our hearts. From now on, only the moral code we choose to uphold for ourselves will stand between us and the abyss.
Finon has a way with words. Oh, all right.
The Flame Chase journey is nearing its end. With only one Titan left for the Chrysos heirs to conquer. Aquila! Before I rise to the skies, I challenge you. Cast out the shadows and malice within your hearts. Let your spirit shine brighter than the sky itself. Let me bear witness. Even without the divine authority of romance, Akama will remain a sanctuary in these end times. A place for the kind people Aglaya dreamed of. The kind of people foretold in prophecy. A better people!
Better people! Better people! Better people! Better people! Better people!
I appreciate your willingness to accept the challenge. You have reminded to bear the burden of creation. I need only to give one thing. It commemorates a gift she once gave me without hesitation, and now I share. There's still a long way to go before Amphorius is reborn. But we will not forget the past as we move forward. Allow me this moment. I want to borrow a few minutes of your time to commemorate a demigod who protected the holy city. She was Akima's dressmaker, the leader of the Chrysos.
That singing sounds so familiar. That's our song, and Snowy used to love it.
Yes, Lady Trian. For that your songs always dispelled the clouds in my heart.
Snowy was so cute and kind when he was... Nah. Don't mention it. Your light is as bright as ever. Keep... See...
Goodbye, Lady.
I heard what you said. Are you suggesting the debate tactics I've taught you are nothing?
Not at all, Professor Anaxa. Honestly, without those techniques you taught me...
Good thing you're the Chrysos heir of Kefali. I had no idea you had it in you while I was drilling those formulas.
Who could have thought, Professor? Goodbye, Professor. Miss Castros, aren't you going to say something?
Lord Finan, you... Ever since we first... But that's... laughing and chatting... Please, no apologies.
I feel the same.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Castros. Aglaya.
Remember, Finan, after completing the flame chase, leave the decision to initiate the miracle of Genesis to the The Chrysos heirs are the executors of the prophecy, yet they, the people, are the true masters of this world.
Rest assured, the difference between a presumptuous hero and a tyrant...
Well said. You've got a good memory.
It's late.
Anything else, even in your imagination, I'm not one to show my vulnerable side.
No worries. I've long understood how difficult it is for you to open up completely. Thank you for
Maybe what I... But this crumbling world... Goodbye.
Goodbye. Forget you. Like I'd ever. We aren't parting ways forever. You're just off to guard the gates at Castrum Kremnos. Let's not make this a tearful farewell.
You know just how to make a person uncomfortable. I have a feeling we'll meet again in this lifetime. Let's have another showdown.
That's very confident of you.
See you around.
It's a date, Mighty Mouse.
What a poignant, yet... And it's still not over yet.
Yes.
I was right. In the end, you did...
A lot has changed while you were... I'm not the same person.
But to me, you've never changed at all, Finan.
Dawn Cloud. This place holds so many different kinds of memories. I remember you could see the Gold Weaver sign from here, all the way down the mountain. But my eyes aren't what they used to be 1,000 years ago.
Cyphera? You...
Seamstress. Does Akama have any trick?
Of course it has. It's truly a price
Gem of all. Nice! Got it. Well, please keep looking after the shop while I...
Let me guess. You're probably already plotting to sneak into Dawncloud to steal that gem. And your next move is probably trying to sell it to the highest bidder, then distribute that money to the poor and the refugees in the...
Look, seamstress. Are you sure you aren't peeking into my head with your golden thread?
You might be skilled at covering up lies, but your compassion is all over your face, plain as day. Don't lie to yourself. Do you honestly think this is the right thing to do, Cyphra?
What else am I supposed to do? That's the only thing I can do with my— You keep talking about how I have the potential. I don't know what I need to do to get there! I can't weave golden dresses like you! The only things I'm good at are the underhanded street smarts that— But—
I know, Cyphra. You are justified in your anger, but you have to— I am convinced that you're the—
I just want everyone to believe that the world is beautiful. And that everyone is simple. Would that lie become real?
Lies will always be lies, but sometimes they can be more noble than...
Huh. Are you really planning to just stand there forever? Honestly, sneaking around doesn't suit you, Deliverer.
I never thought I could slip past your sharp ears, Miss Cypher. I just didn't think it'd be right to interrupt when you're...
Still as charming with your words as ever, boy. Your speech at the public baths wasn't half bad, I'll admit. It managed to touch my heart. Just a smidge.
Thank you. I had a feeling back then that you were in the audience. Intuition certainly is a thing of one.
Oh, and you didn't call me out on the spot. You waited all this time to tell me.
Well, I thought you'd need some time to yourself. After she passed away.
Enough small talk. Tell me, what kind of trouble did you run into that you need me, the super old-timer, to step in?
We've only met a couple of times, but you've always gone straight to business. You're probably aware that Aglaya has earned the support of that they didn't get everybody. To this day, we still haven't found Elder Kindness, the leader of the cleaners.
Ah, I see. You're afraid she'll do something wild now that she's pushed into a corner, aren't you?
Yes. I believe that Kefali's core flame, forever enshrined above the Council Theater, would be the opposition's final trump card against the Chrysos heirs. We're setting out to campaign against Aquila in a few days. With the Chrysos heirs gone, it'll be their best chance to strike.
You think those desperate dogs will try to snatch the core flame while you're gone? So, you want me to give them a nice long walk while you're away, right?
You sure saw right through me, Miss Cypher. I know exactly what you can do. Godlike speed, perfect disguises, untraceable movement, and that most enigmatic authority of trickery. I have only one request. Please, use whatever tricks you need to protect Kefali's core flame. Even if you have to deceive the rest of the Chrysos heirs as well.
Uh-huh. Hey, Deliverer. Do you honestly think that there's no way I'll turn you down? Do you even have any plan Bs if I decide to nope out on this?
As the demigod of trickery, there are no other trump cards in the world that can outrank you. I'm sure you know the answer to your own question, Miss Cypher.
What confidence. You talk as if you have everything in the palm of your hand. Huh. So you did learn a thing or two from her. I'll give you that. Then let me tell you something you don't know. The Flame Reaver. They've been watching Akama closely.
You mean...
Bet you didn't expect that, huh? I've been tracking them all this time. And this is my conclusion. That lunatic may have lost their mind, but they're no fool. Why do you think they haven't made a move on Akama yet?
Professor Anaxa once analyzed this. He thought it was probably because Kefali's core flame was protected by the Council of Elders' secret arts.
Ha! Sacred art's my foot! I could break those mechanisms with a flick of my finger. Allow me to let you in on the actual secret. They probably held off from attacking Akama because the Seamstress's defense network was way tougher than you thought. Now that she's gone, and you're heading out to the Eye of Twilight, with the city's defenses in shambles.
What a dangerous situation we find ourselves in. But since you're the one who brought it up, I'm guessing you already have a solution in mind.
Just look how ridiculously calm you are right now. But you guessed it right. Consider this a 2-for-1 deal. I'll keep that lunatic entertained on top of protecting Kefali's core flame. You owe a big favor after this.
You have my deepest gratitude.
Don't forget, Deliverer. There's a fundamental truth in this world. Cyphera will always get the last laugh. No need to worry about a demigod. Need to make sure you don't die before you pay me.
I'm back. I've been trying to stay away from here since the Black Tide destroyed the grove. But the wind keeps pulling me back. Maybe that's the Twilight Courtyards. I know, little Ika, but we have...
Okay.
You're
Back to the main quest. Come on now. I'm not worried about the doctor and the side quest yet.
This was where I can still see that...
And that was now. However,
Professor Anaxa?
Firstly. Secondly.
Ah, I see.
All you do I have nothing left to...
Please wait, Professor. According to the Grove's... Surely you can't skip such a...
Since some of you are...
Me? Well,
I see.
I didn't...
Skip.
Castoris.
Perhaps my answer... I hope the world can be...
How naive. See. Since you suggest...
So it's good thing I came prepared.
Blank page? An interesting description.
I've read all of almost every epic.
So you're...
Perhaps her story is told. What about the Day Thunder? Her brilliance? That's why all my ancestors had was a sad past. But I have a future I want to protect. I wish not to include a footnote. And but my beliefs have... Denny! What You guessed it. That's the only way for creatures on Earth to force... Don't worry.
Okay.
Good.
Come on now.
Oh? Nope. Since we've already... That's the dependable... The chromocopter is vibrating. There must be memories of an ancestor. This is the Devar ancestors only after this. Very prudent, the soul of an ancestor. I am Hyacinthia. The time has come, ancestor. Now, the next ancestor. Oh, I remember. That makes sense. You're offering. The vortex of Genpad is... Wait, is Lady Treeby here too? And I think I...
Do you have to go already? It's been ages since you were last in...
That's alright, big sister. Besides, your prize student gave me an incredibly tough mission.
Besides...
You really... Just kidding. I get it. That deliverer boy does have a certain charisma. Anyway, I'm about to head out. Oh, big sis Treeby, before I go.
Well, didn't I...
That's a part of the game too. If you want to see the full picture of what's inside, you'll have to wait until nightfall.
A gift with a mysterious twist?
Huh? Looks like we have company.
Lady Treeby, and this graceful lady must... I'm Hyacinthia from the Twilight Courtyard. Everyone calls me Hyacinth. Please...
Bright and cheery as a... Well, hello there, pink child. I'm Cyphera from the long-fallen city-state of Dolos. As for the rest, it's all in the history books, so I don't need to repeat it here. So, you're from the Twilight Court?
Yes, I'm a...
Whoa!
Don't judge a book by...
Don't worry, Lady Cypher.
You've got to look out for your...
Cyphy crap.
Anyway, good luck, Miss Hyacinth.
Miss Cypher is in such...
Don't worry. She's always been like that. Well, enough about her. It's the perfect opportunity for...
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. Hour 40 minutes in. We'll finish the quest later on.